this way. Okay. Oh. It's locked. Oh, that's a window. Anything here? Oh, I can go lay back down. Hmm. Nothing? Huh. Well then, this is interesting. Maybe we need to see something outside? No, can't go down. I hear voices. And there's the loop restarting. Can I go down? Ah! Look through the hole. Never give up! Hey, Liquid. Welcome. How are you doing today? Just, trying to find my way through prison at the moment. I've gone to jail. Aw, boo. Well, I'm glad you come hang out for a bit. I mean, probably. They keep poking me. Making me pass out. Okay. I take. Oh, these games are awesome. I take. Oh, she's back.
Sirapo. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na vene. Tapo mo revene beno.
Oh? She giving me more things! These are a lot of fun. I don't have a clue what she's saying. Because we don't speak that language, but you know. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. What is this? I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see everything. Anything. With the sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang, and hers appeared. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, that not but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. Thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's difficult, maybe because of the drug. There was a voice, a man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivamir? Though he was wearing Denis dress. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. Shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them, like hundreds of people whispering. I couldn't wake up. No matter, the dream did end, and now to be here with Etty? Etty? It's been so many years I didn't realize how much I missed her. Like a piece of me that I'd forgotten I'd lost. Lost? She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. Okay, quick note. I write quickly from my prison. Nelak will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gehn will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gehn keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signed Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. Uh, it's a made-up language. I believe they're speaking Denis. So Google Translate won't have a Scooby either. I do wish she were more interested.
Baba Bowie.
Baba Bowie. Seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asked me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born out of ignorance and oppression. They are a gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I mean, never belonged. They misunderstood me and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them in this place. I thought I would never see them again and yet I'm here. I've been given this second chance, but a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? Hey, Vegan Pantry. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? I'm trying to read this difficulty. The moiety. Atris would want me to chronicle all that I've learned. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gehn on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gehn at the fissure, where I linked back to Mist, and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess what we had won. That Gin was no god at all, but only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth. But their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gin of his power, therefore Atris must be a true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Thus, the moiety, as they call themselves, are born, a dissident society, sworn enemies of Gehn. I did not know of their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Atia was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe these things. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gehn at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which has given them courage to band together and rebel against Gehn. Ah, very nice. Very nice. I hope you get it working. That's awesome. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to free them. Some believe that I will overthrow Gin, others believe that I will bring them to paradise. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I love these people, my only real kindred. But they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of caves that he still has not discovered. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them, but I hope they've not sacrificed vital limbs in order to remove the cancer. Even Father and Nant are still on the surface in Gen's domains, and I long to see them. But a dimness shrouds Eddie's face every time I've mentioned them. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one against constructions or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the stand surface, and take their regalia very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they are properly attired. They get much pleasure out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by these costumes, calling them evil spirits or ghosts. It was during one of these expeditions that the fortuitously rescued me from one of Gen's guards when I first appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gen immediately. I've no doubt that he's now searching for me. Of course, I am now aware that I was fooled. Atris is not here. I was at first devastated by this realization. Now I am thankful. He would be in extreme peril here. Also, there is a guess. Yeah. Inner voice. An echoing remnant that wants him far away. I have just witnessed an age dying, grasping its last breath. Today I ventured to the surface to see what has become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They have become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kiss is wrought has fallen words will fall cold breath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt will suffer death. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what part of terror it might invoke in those members of my family who still live on the surface. But I also knew I must keep my identity hidden from Gin's ever vigilant eyes, so I accepted it as well. Then together we swam a short expanse and emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past weeks in the dank caves. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from our hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau, the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest. They stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me, as if awaiting my command, but could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more all feeling was gone. There was numbness. We did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst Riven. Oh, the worst. Riven, which was once one island, has split apart into five distinct pieces about a half a mile apart. Four of these have been claimed by Gehn as his exclusive domain. Only his ministers and personal militia are ever allowed access to them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see three of these islands. Are stripped of their former beauty and are riddled with Gen's self absorbed constructions. The moiety rarely visit these closely guarded places. There's another island which I could not see, as it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what exists on this island, except for the fact that they know it is where the great tree used to exist. The forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven, but they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. This island is where the village is, which has changed dramatically. It is also the one remaining province of the people, though Gen's influence can be seen everywhere. Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the island. The moiety do not. Gehn wrote this place, and it will die, as all of Gen's ages eventually die. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. I live in a cave on a dying world inhabited by people that. They are treating me so strongly. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still an outcast here. The whisper amongst themselves, talking of my something during my excursion to the surface. Journey? Maybe? No. How I walked across the island, told, bold, and unafraid. They don't know me. Guys, I'll be right back 1 second. Oh, I'm falling. Alright, we're back. Even Etty is uncomfortable around me. At times there is no awkwardness, and I am only Katrin to her. But at these times I am something else. I am afraid there's such a numbness inside me, giant numbness inside me. Today I do not feel closeness with my people. Neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gin. I don't feel anything. I'm not even sure of. At least Nala is still close. I am boiling. I am. Gin is making and writing books. I wish they had told me sooner. Atreus should have realized this would happen, of course. Gin would have written all of the materials necessary to the Denis craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he ever wrote. He is attempting to write his way out of here. We did not imprison him. We only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people are his machines. All, all something in his mad pursuit to become a god, to carry on his noble Denis cause. So far, he has not been able to produce a fully functional book. Atris has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much of a coincidence. They hang on my every word, though they do not understand them. I am their hope, and now I have returned. I owe this to them. There is no choice. It's been a long time since my last entry. It is hard to recognize, but I have found the fissure, the star fissure. It is located on the island which the Rivenese call Alapo, meaning water pool, but which is referred to by the moiety as Aklatwan, meaning pool of stars. Having once allowed Atris to escape this age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been constructed over a locked viewport, the combination to which was acquired by the moiety before we arrived. Doobie 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 doobie. Stop! In the early days, the moiety seeking an escape from Riven briefly pursued the idea of reopening the fissure. They discovered a small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain that with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. I have heard that in the days immediately following Gehn's confinement. Hey, Naruto-chan, welcome, welcome. How you doing today? On Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atreus' hands into that very same space. To this end, he would have people, alleged transgressions of the law, thrown into it so that he could observe their fate. The telescope which still stands there is one he had built for these callous experiments. It is said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears that the limits of Gehn's optics prevented him from learning their fate. The field beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space, as hospitable to life as a flowing river. This is how Atreus explained it after he had fallen into it, but much more than that we've never understood, and we were never able to conclude upon its origins. But the visions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I still remember Atreus's words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse. There must be some greater reason behind it. I neglected to mention it earlier. The the unique shape of one of the great daggers which appeared during our escape from Riven, the very dagger that stands vertically at one end of the Aklatwan, has been adopted by the moiety as a symbol of their cause. It is a sacred symbol for them. It is a representation of all of their doctrine and the representation of me. To deface a symbol is sacrilege. They have their own mythical explanation regarding its sudden origins. I haven't told them that I wrote it into this age along with all the other daggers. Later, Liquid. Have fun. It's strange how such a young religion can be so unbending, even to their own God. I have tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols certain contain so much power. The enemy uses this uh, paranoia against them. They are fearful of Gehn's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the something. But they don't want to hear this from me. Perhaps my attempts have even caused some of the younger members of the moiety to doubt that I am Catherine. My rare encounter, any rare, or no, my rare encounters with those who say they follow Gehn have been discouraging. I have hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gehn. Uh, Soon after we trapped Gehn on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. In the village circles, it is told that this was a punitive act performed by Gehn to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered unto a new and better existence. I will continue to try to reach them. The door is open. Is Gehn is face is here? Is free. The door is given. Gehn is free. Gehn has the ability to create working books. In fact, he had written one age before I arrived, but has kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. I'm not sure. Perhaps he has written others. Other news. A few years ago, before the moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gehn had intended to destroy. It had been partially written but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. Back then, none of Gehn's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy. Complex series of domes to heal his book's inherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problem delayed his success for quite some time. At last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, sorry about that, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it something that his many. What in the world? Domes to breathe life into his half dead books. Perhaps he means to lure us into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal act. I don't know. But he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. Have have read burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as new home for the moiety. Must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gehn will interfere. He will leave the bait. Have began writing the moiety's age. Now must acquire second book from Gehn. There's tensions. A strain blurs my vision and nightmares. Neela and Etty stay close. I think we're getting towards the end here. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned. Gehn will miss it. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering one burnt book, our burnt book with Gehn's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short of time before we are discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gehn's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they are not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only will write substance into the moiety age. All is ready. Now all we can do is wait for word from the Moeshinesk who are on the lookout for Gehn to power and use the domes. When he does that, we will have access to one of Gehn's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gehn's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares, the fissure. Like a great wound is opened, it stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so bad. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is a fulfillment of their prophecy, after all. But they are also fearful and tense. I don't know what they will think or do if I fail. It is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's all still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. It is beautiful and I am pleased. At last, my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. They have named it Tay. There's still much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. I share this hesitation. I would be craft I would be cutting off my own connection, but for their sake it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities have aroused Yen's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I feel that now we are impregnable. Tomorrow I return to Riven to see Gen's reaction for myself, but tonight I finally rest. Hey, we did it. What's this? Oh. Hoy! Alright, let's go here. That was a lot of reading. A lot of good lore, though. Alright, where are we going? Oh, there's only one way to go. What's this way? Ah. Anyways. Ah. And we gotta leave jail. No. There was a ladder, yeah. Right. Yeah. Going for a ride. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Shoom, shoom, shoosh, shoosh. Haha, I'm in danger. You know what? I most definitely am in danger. Hey, Fatality, how you doing today? Nice. Nice, nice. Bah! There's a guy staring at me. That must be Gehn. Hmm. Here we are. Back into here. That? Sure. No, this isn't it. I want to go up there. Okay, so what I need to do. I should have been in the other door. Yeah. Oh no, this is good. We're up here. There's a lever. Puzzle. Hmm. So this is gonna be like stuff we've seen earlier. We gotta go back and remember the things we've seen before, the maps, the 3D maps and stuff. Uh, I'm gonna go with um, Pope. I guess that is a thing that we'll find out if we did right or not. Three. Third time's the charm, right? Okay. Going this way. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Um, Interesting. Oh, what was the code we got in his lab? Crud. Does anybody remember? Or no? I did, but it's been so long I can't find them. Or at least I can't find the one that has this freaking code in it. Uh, it was actually the last time that we played, or last time we played Riven. Unfortunately, I can't Google because the game doesn't let me like exit. I'd have to actually fully close out the game. Uh, huh. No, those notes are wrong. Dang it. I know it involves some numbers that are greater than 10 and we have to like extrapolate it. Here. Maybe this will work. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Five, six. So it goes up to 25. GG! 14, 13, and 2. What? $21, 20, 14. Oh, I did 15 and 14. Well, this isn't right. Here, 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 here. Start at 0? No. And 2. 4. 2. Really? How? Oh crap. Uh, could could I talk anybody to hopping into that VOD and getting the 5-digit code? Apparently, it's randomized every time you start the game, or every time you start a new game. I can't because I have to close the game. Or maybe I can make it work here. I'm so horrible. No. Says no. I'm not good at mobile. Where are the things? Oh? Oh, maybe? Trying to figure this out. Ah. Ugh. So hard to control. Froze. Mm. I'm trying to find it. You know what? You know what? This is not working. Um. Oh, hell. Whip this out. Teach me to lose my stuff. What in the world? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? These numbers. Here. No? How about here? Of course not. Hi. Hiya. Plan C is failing. Plan C is failing. Mwah. Mwah. SOS, send help. Okay. No. Absolutely not. Okay. No! What are you doing? You're failing me, computer. Okay. Let's try this. I don't like having to do this, but we do what we gotta do. Why can't I scroll? This one. Oh, okay. Look for the symbols. Give me the symbols, man. Oh, we're getting closer. Give me the freaking symbols. Seriously. So, how about that weather, y'all? It's about to get real cold. Real cold. Like real hella cold. It's not telling me. So it's a series of symbols that we have to translate, but I need the freaking symbols, you know what I mean? Where are the freaking symbols? Ah. Gotta be here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam.
My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies.
We're getting that. We're getting close. I can feel it. I can feel it. I don't. Saw something. I hate laptops. Jesus Christ, stop it! Stop fighting me. Oh! There's the colors. There's the colors. See, and I have the colors down.
So that makes you
A gay
a
robot.
gay robot.
Yes, Caboose. That's exactly it. Oh, I found it. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay. So it goes like this, this. And it's kind of like a box and a line. And then make another box with a line and more weird things. Then a box with circles. Boop, boop. And finally, box with the number 4 in it. Oh, I got it! Okay. Nice. Okay. Now I have to actually translate these numbers into numbers. So we have the one. So that's clearly a 2. 5. 9. 12. Box with a 4 in it and 21. 2, 5, 9, 12, 21. 5, 10, 12, 9, 5, 2. Yes! Yes! Oh. Bloody hell. Oh. Okay. Oh. Why is it? It's not powered up, is it? Well, we have the code. Now we gotta figure out why that didn't power up. So let's think here. Why would it not power up? Um, could it be we got marbles wrong? Might be. I bet it's gotta be the marbles. Okay, no. So we go out a different door to get this to work. Yeah, like out here. We'll get this. We'll get it. Okay, that should put it there. No, forward. Ah, yes. Um, um, I think that one's wrong. I think the rest are right though. Okay, let's try this again. battleship. You suck my destroyer. Yep, that didn't happen last time. Okay, let's go back to our boy. Mmm. Okay. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Speed run. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. No. 21. 12. 9. 5. 2. Hey. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Oh, there's a button. I'm tarped.
I apologize for the cage.
Do you though?
I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gehn. I assume you've heard of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once.
Good.
God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son.
Alrighty, Fathalene.
Thankfully,
See you
he
in a little
trapped me on age
bit.
5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But
Oof!
I have changed.
You know, you're really pale, my dude. Just saying.
To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one.
Was it?
I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer.
Oh, yeah?
Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven. Many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the Fifth Age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish.
Mm-hmm.
It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety.
Oh, yeah?
In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people.
Did you?
I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently,
Yeah,
the lives of
so
all the people
innocent.
here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atris desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state. Which brings me to the point of all of this.
Yeah?
The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you.
Took my book. Wow, 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 wow.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Okay. Yeah, your turn. Do it. Yes. That was a hell of a gambit, but methinks me won. Yeah, boy. Alright, so we got prison, doors, bunch of books. What are you? What if I pull the lever? Interesting. What if I hmm. It's down the hole. Ah, bedroom. Hmm. 86-9-29. I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the Fifth Age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fissure Plateau cage, as I'd guessed, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone Lincoln after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. Ah, the horrible luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person. Fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope. She may not provide me with a way back to Denis, but it is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction. But I fear that unless I am able to regain access to vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. October 5th, 86. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Apparently, they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. October 13th, 86. The search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day I more sorely realize that the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. Their, the minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times they take it to it almost as if they had a bit of Denis blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of the Denis. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father and for our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Denis became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary, in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. January 4th, 87. These last few weeks I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild. Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Denis world, but I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. February 8th, 87. I've got her. Late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atreus is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Denis. There is no other way. June 20th, 87. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life, my people, my father, my son, and you, my wife. Keta, you were the only... Oh boy, I don't know what that's it. The only kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the images, sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. July 30th, 87. These savages! I would be well advised to leave them all in the Fifth Age and begin again in a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived in Riven with a linking book to Denis. Once again, my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atreus is certainly behind this, yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Okay. Bing, bing, bing. I got. That's definitely a code for something. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that. All right. Okay. Um, okay. If I only 5 books, right? Or what are you? No, you're the prison book. 4, 5, 1. You're the one I want to go to. Shoom, shoom. Okay. Eh. Okay. Nope. Okay, let's see. No. No. that not it? Oh, can I? I can't. How do I go back? Go back. Play. Rewind. Ah! Anybody else, are you able to rewind and pick that up? Because I can't. That. Oh, wait. I have an idea. What if I go here? What if I go here and I'm like. Although the population was still plentiful, you were the only five from his muddled explanation. It apparently a code for something. I'm not gonna remember that. Alright, okay. Oh, come on. He's certainly behind this, yet. Question I must now life with my pen. Alright, here, guys. Oh, seriously? Where I've been attempting to. The question I must certainly behind this, yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with only. Alright, No! Muddled explanation. It apparently occurred sometime this. You were the
Bloody hell.
only. Over there, once again powerless against. Dude, trying to freaking scroll on mobile is hell. He'll have to bring. Ultimately, she was an outside. Perhaps it was the only way that knowledge, response, instruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I stood, flicker there in the. No. Flicker there. Alright, 38. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Please tell me. That's definitely a code for something. Okay, here we go again. I'm not gonna remember that. Alright, Right? that he has had a change of heart after 5 books? Could it be that he is had a change of heart
bloody
after all
hell.
these years? Is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only. Alright, bing, bing, bing. Okay, that's the bing, bing, bing. Definitely a code for something. For now, I need only to wait and observe.
No, none of that's right.
Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Bing, bing, bing. Muddled explanation. It apparently occurred sometime this morning. The Kate certainly behind this. Yet how could he be
Come
so foolish
on.
as to send someone here with a? Could it be that he has had a change of heart after all these
No.
years? Is he finally letting? Could it be that he has had a change of heart after all these years? Is he finally letting his poor old father
Mobile.
go?
Go
No, he's only after one
burn.
thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Okay.
I don't. How am I just. What am I missing here? Seriously? You people are just not helpful, Google. What am I missing with this code? I don't know what I'm missing. What am I missing? Ah! 'Cause I feel like I hit all of them. Here. how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove. Every, every since someone here was a linking book. Oh, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and bing, bing, bing. Okay,
Seriously?
that's definitely a code for something.
That's what I just heard.
Oh, he's only after. That's definitely a code for something. Lucia says, since someone here was a linking book. Such blatancy is. Could it be that he has had a change of heart after all these years? Is he finally let? Oh, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe.
Uh, bloody freaking hell.
After one thing, perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe.
Riveting, I know. I think it's that end part. I think it's the last two that were messing up. Okay. Maybe if I turn this all the way up. Sure, why not? Right
Oh,
there.
he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. Now, I need only to wait and observe.
See, it sounds like it's doing. Ah! I swear I put that code in before. Oh my god. Thank you for the help, Vegan Pantry. Boy, that was rough. Sup?
We have to move quickly. Gehn's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it. We're all free. You captured Gehn.
Yeah.
But there still is following. I'm not sure what I'll do once I realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it out there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Oh, that was painful. Hello? Do I get to come back? Ah, there we go. I'll get it right eventually, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright, so we'll do the same code we did before. 5, 2. Alright, let's get out of here. Joe. Alright, so we're back in prison. But we got our Lincoln books we can play with. 3, 4. Wait, how do they both? What in the world? Oh, here we go. Go in here. got this. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna go back to the Golden Dome and figure stuff out. We go back in here. Okay. Hey, this looks familiar. So, come here. Okay, in here. Oh, crap. Ah, here we go. Alright, some more numbers. Okay, so we got square like that. Square like that, which is 5. Square like the same as the first. The fourth one is the same as that one. Key. Which go back to my notes that I actually freaking found.
Hello there.
Hello there. Welcome back, Ptolemy. 4, 4, 4. Key is 3. Okay, so 4, 5, 4, 3. Did it! Okay. The stars. Oh. Missing. Oh, wait. No. Far. There's. Okay, so that's out. What am I miss? Oh. I'm blind. That's what it is. I broke the glass. Oh. Oh. Is that our buddy?
There isn't
It's
much
a
time.
buddy.
Where's Catherine? Where's the book? I don't.
The villagers are safely in the rebel age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back. The path home is now clear for all of us.
We're back. Wow, 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 wow.
This is where our paths must cross. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
Oh. Into the fissure we go. Where it'll end, nobody knows.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mistbook into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
We did it! Whee! took what? 20 years to complete or something? That is the official ending, the good ending. The others you got to go a bit out of your way to get, I hear. However, back when I first played this game, I kept getting the same ending over and over and over and over, couldn't figure out why, and it was basically me constantly losing. Um, can't skip this, so that's the thing. The other endings are all bad endings, unfortunately, from what I understand. But we finally made it, and is that the end of our adventure? The answer is no. No, it is not. Once we get through here, we will switch on over to another game for the rest of our time, which will probably be a couple more hours. So, in the meantime, thank you everybody who came and stuck through this adventure. Took 2 rounds to get through, but we made it. We won't be diving into Myst 3 today, but it is on the agenda as we look to get through all of the Myst games, except for Uru Online. Not Uru Online. Yes, thank you, the Cyan team. You guys are amazing. Have an awesome game, amazing series of games, and once we get through the Myst games, we will dive into Abduction, which is their newest game. Bam, 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 bam. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to the next one. So here we are at this screen, but I think I hit the right button. There we go, it's that button.